Arne Slot. La 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 la. Arne Slot. La 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 la. Guys, we're here to give a match reaction on Liverpool versus PSG. Liverpool have been knocked out of the Champions League, and they weren't that good they haven't been good over the two legs. I think PSG did deserve to go through, but let's deep dive into it. We'll give some briefs on Salah, Ballon d'Or, what happens to him. Do Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, who leaves? I'll give a brief discussion, as I've done a reaction recently. But they started the game. Liverpool were on top within 3 minutes of the game. Salah had a goal to put Liverpool clear to make it 2-0 on aggregate. Nuno Mendes blocks it on the goal line. And I didn't see much from Liverpool after that, to be honest. The first 20 minutes, they were good. But after that, PSG got their goal through Dembele, which was a miscommunication between Alisson and Konate. And Liverpool didn't look like they could score. They had Jota. Salah was getting real pocketed by the Nuno Mendes over the two legs. I've seen his foot mob rating for the two legs were 8.3 and 8.4, which is brilliant. Having to face Salah over two legs, even at Anfield, he couldn't do much. So Nuno Mendes put in a good performance. But on the otherwise, I think the Liverpool team, they just didn't look potent. They haven't looked potent for like a few weeks now, but at the end, PSG got the job done. They had to beat Liverpool at Anfield, and they did that. Drew the game basically on aggregate, but did beat them at Anfield. It went on to penalties where the hero of the night, who was the villain last week, Donnarumma, saves two penalties from Liverpool, from Darwin Nunez and Curtis Jones, and PSG go through. I think PSG were the deserved winners. They had great attackers. They had great chances to score even at Anfield. Barcola missed a chance. Dembele took a heavy touch once. I think it was just brilliant. And yeah, like, we went into extra time, and I think PSG just got a hold of the game there. Liverpool, you heard Jamie Carragher talk about they were holding on, they wanted penalties to see if they could get it, because it didn't look like they were going to score a goal. And in the end, they got to penalties. But obviously, I was watching Leah's Twitch stream, and it said Donnarumma had won 3 of his 4 penalty shootouts, while Alisson had only won 3 of 7. So Donnarumma winning isn't a surprise, but I thought Liverpool would give a bit more in the game. But that's how it is. They'll go for the Premier League title. They'll secure that on Sunday. They play Newcastle, the Carabao Cup final. If they can, let's not. I've seen so many people saying Liverpool are so bad. Liverpool fans have been overreacting. PSG are a good side. Before this leg, they beat Brest, who came into who was also in the playoffs. They beat Brest 10-0. So let's not think like PSG. They beat Man City, even though it was a weak Man City. They beat Man City, came back to beat Man City. So this PSG team is good. You've heard João Neves and many people saying that this is probably the best team without Kylian Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. They're more balanced. They all want to push, fight. I saw them, all of them running back. With Mbappe, Messi, and them, they don't do that running back, but the team fight for everyone, and that's how they ended up getting the win. Obviously, Liverpool, it was unfortunate for them, as we did see Trent Alexander go down with an injury. We saw Konate come off too. It obviously wasn't working for them on the night, and obviously they ended up losing. Honestly, I've seen people, I think many supporters, even probably I'd say City fans, Arsenal fans, Spurs fans, Chelsea fans, to see Arne Slot come in his first season and do what he's doing in the Premier League, they would, especially like the Arsenal fans, would be jealous. So for him to go, I've been seeing a lot of tweets. Arne Slot messed up. He got it wrong. Arne Slot is in his first season. He's only brought in one signing, Chiesa, who barely plays, and they're on to when they finished first in the league. Then they're also on course to win 2 trophies. That is brilliant. Although it's not the Champions League, it's still brilliant. It will look scary for what he'll do when he actually gets his own players. So we need to calm down about all this Arne messed up. Arne messed up because Liverpool will be back next season in the Champions League. I know that when Arne finally gets his people in. But something about Arne is that second season will be a harder season than this one, because this one came in it with no expectations that they win in the league. But now Liverpool fans will expect him to win the league next season. If he doesn't, if they have a drop off, there might be problems also with him being able to bring in signings. Liverpool fans might go, oh, was that one off? So we'll have to see how Arne Slot does once he brings in his own signing. But all credit to PSG. PSG played really well. Bobbed Liverpool off in the first leg and came to Anfield. You saw newspapers, everything saying PSG aren't scared of going to Anfield, and certainly they weren't. Obviously, we saw Hakimi too go and take the PSG flag and keep it in the center circle, which was really a gutsy move from him. But PSG did deserve the win. Let's talk about, do you think Mo Salah could still win the Ballon d'Or? I seriously think he can't anymore, because it's basically what you do in the Champions League. The Premier League's all great, but the creme de la creme is in the Champions League. And if you don't win that, then you don't need to win the Champions League basically, but you need to put in great performances. Maybe you could go out in the semi-finals, but you could go out in the finals, but your performances were top. And I don't think Salah's performances have been top these two round of 16 games. Nuno Mendes has handled him brilliantly. So as much as we've heard culture camps and them saying that he doesn't influence the game, he'll score goals, but playing the ball, he did make some key passes in the game, to be fair, but he's not the guy that'll take the game by the scruff of the neck, be dribbling past players and stuff. He's the guy that gets behind, scores the goals. So that's how it is. We're seeing, on the other hand, we saw yesterday Rafinha and Lamine Yamal performing so great. I think they've leapfrogged Salah in that terms for the Ballon d'Or. Barcelona especially have many people who could win it. Maybe a Pedri, maybe a Rafinha, maybe a Yamal. And now we'll be looking at Real Madrid, who could also potentially win the Champions League. We'll be looking at Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. to see if they could win the Ballon d'Or. But I think Salah is down the pecking order now, that even if he breaks Haaland's record, breaks Henry's record, I think that Champions League was needed, and at least go far in it, and they haven't been able to do that. So unfortunately, I think Salah's Ballon d'Or hopes is done. We obviously, if you go see my video I posted a few minutes ago about Mo Salah crying, could this be his last Champions League game for Liverpool? Obviously, there's still contract negotiations going up. Could this be his last game? We saw Van Dijk. Could this be his last game? Trent. Could this be his last game for Liverpool in the Champions League? We have to see if they do sign the contracts, because if Liverpool manage to keep Van Dijk, Salah, that would be brilliant. I think Trent is more likely to leave, but they manage to keep Salah and Van Dijk, I think that'll be brilliant for them. They can go again next season, go for the league again, go for an FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and even the Champions League. We'll have to see how they do. I'll give a reaction on Arsenal playing today. Also, the big game of today, obviously Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. We'll see how that goes. So that's my reaction to PSG Liverpool. And good luck, Liverpool, for the rest of the season. We'll see how they do on Sunday, if they can win their first trophy under Arne Slot. Peace out.